Hello and welcome to Animal Watch, and today we're meeting some of the rarest Japanese dogs in the world, Shikoku Ken puppies.
The Shikoku, a rare Japanese wolf-like breed that is thought to possess the blood of the extinct Japanese wolf. He's pretty rare in Japan, but how about the UK? I filmed one of the only few Shikokus to have made it to British shores 2 years back. So today is very exciting as I'm meeting the very first Shikoku litter to be born here in UK history. These dogs are very exciting as they are primitive dogs, incredible hunters, very independent and fairly non-servient to humans, a reflection of their wolf blood genetics. So what about the puppies? Will they be too wild and wolf-like? And do you, as an owner, have what it takes to have a primitive, independent dog like this as a pet in your house? We will tell you everything to know about the Shikoku to help you decide if this breed is suited to your lifestyle. Don't go away. The Japanese wolf is gone, but his blood runs through a few primitive Japanese breeds. Meet the Shikoku, a powerful boar hunting breed. He's muscular, has a wild coat, and a temperament which says, "I'll do exactly what I want." Descended from the dogs and wolves that once inhabited the mountainous island of Shikoku, Japan, this medium-sized dog stands 20 inches for males and 19 inches for females. So with all this independence and feisty working ability, how on earth does one fit into a household where they are not worked and instead cuddled on a sofa as a pet? Well, today we are going to figure this out together as we meet the very first Shikoku litter to be born on British soil. These puppies are genetically designed to hunt, to guard, and be super aloof and fairly untrainable. So what type of owner is the right type of owner? And what type of interests should he give his Shikoku to keep him happy? For this, I've travelled to Essex to meet Tom and his family, who have 2 Shikokus and a new litter of babies, all wriggly and waiting for me.
I absolutely love Japanese dog breeds, and one breed is so rare that it's literally taken me years to even find some in the United Kingdom, let alone Japan, where they're actually actively trying to preserve the breed. So today I'm so excited because I found the very first litter of this particular breed to be born in the United Kingdom. So let's go and meet them. I'm so excited. Come on, come on. Oh. Hello!
Hi, Anneka.
Hello! Hello! Typical Shikoku, aren't you? Look at you! Oh, independent.
Mate,
Independent. Come and say hi.
good boy.
He's given me a very typical welcome here, sort of very relaxed, very cool,
Yeah.
confident,
Just checking. Isn't your boy?
checking me out, seeing how I am. And then often they become your best friend, don't they,
Yeah.
after a while?
And you
But
get covered in hair.
He is gorgeous. Well, I've heard you've got some puppies.
We have indeed.
And I'm very, very excited to come and meet them today. Look, he's just gone off.
Major, are you sure?
These are independent hunting breeds, and they literally just do what they want,
They
don't
do.
they?
Sometimes to the detriment of them, but
So, yes.
So most pet dogs will wriggle and greet people enthusiastically at the door, and guard dogs will bark and generally guard a house, but Major decided to give me a quick glance and then go check out what was happening on the street instead, marking his territory as he explored.
Hello.
Come on,
Can
boy.
I come in your house? Can I come in your house? You look like you're king of the house.
It was clear that Major was aloof and fairly untrusting of strangers, but not aggressive, just wary and not keen to engage. The mother of the litter, Luna, had to be put in the garden as I was told she was very untrusting of strangers, and this would be heightened by her anxiety around the pups. She hadn't been socialised a lot as a puppy before Tom had imported her, whereas Major had been, and the difference was quite obvious. But the puppies were making squeaky noises, and I was really excited to see such a rare and primitive breed born here in the UK for the first time ever.
Don't keep me waiting, honestly, don't keep me waiting. I've got to see these guys. I can see 4 little fluffy tails. Oh, they look naughty already. Look. Oh my God, they're so gorgeous.
Do you want me to let them out?
Yes.
Yeah. You ready, puppies? Ready? Come on in.
Come on.
Come on.
Hey, this one is a monkey. Look at this one. You know, they always say there's one in the litter. This one. This one.
Wow, you guys are brilliant.
They're brilliant. Oh, she hasn't got her ears up yet, this little one. You haven't got your ears up yet. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, here comes the hair pulling.
Yeah.
An interesting fact I'd been told by a Shiba Inu breeder was that if a primitive Japanese breed is not born and handled inside the house, they can revert back to being completely wild. I got the same feeling from the Shikoku puppies. Also, a common trait in primitive working breeds is that the litter mates are often all born with different characteristics, so there is a job for each one in the pack. One boy in particular was extremely powerful and pushy. I could totally see him as an alpha type character hunting wild boar.
Definitely the alpha of the litter, this one. He's so confident. Oh my goodness me.
The females got pretty argumentative with each other. Even at such a young age, you can see why the same sex can often not get along.
The Shikoku are known as being like miniature Japanese wolves because they have such natural coloration. So you can see how well that they would just blend into nature.
The puppies were lively, bitey and feisty, a true handful. But this breed was not created to be a sofa dog. It was created to be a working breed, outdoors, hunting. And this is why Tom decided that this was the breed for him.
Today, we are delighted to welcome what we believe is the first litter of Shikoku puppies in the UK. So I'm here with Tom, and we have these beautiful pups. We've got 4 here, and they've been named by your daughter, haven't they?
They
so
have.
they're unusual names.
Yeah.
So this one is Princess Peach.
It is.
And what's this one?
So this one was Pinky Malinky, but she's now Zara.
Pinky Malinky. This is the only litter that you've had.
Yep.
What was it that drew you to find one to start with?
It was going down the rabbit hole, to be honest with you. I like huskies and all the sort of Spitz types dogs. I started to research hunting dogs that are similar in design, but specifically used for hunting. So I looked at things like the Lycas and then ended up stumbling onto Shikokus, and that was pretty much all of it.
So where did you get your adults from?
From Italy.
There's very, very few Shikokus in the whole of the UK. You're not a breeder, are you?
No.
This was actually an accident, but a lovely accident, I've got to say.
Yeah, happy accident.
An absolutely lovely accident. So just talk me through it. What was the mum like when she was having the babies?
She was a natural. We found the first pup actually by the door. She must have thought she needed to go for a wee. Major woke us up, so we came down. Found her in the crate with another one, so we brought that in, and she was just good to go straight away.
Yeah.
So as soon as they come out, she cleaned them off, got them on,
Yeah.
and she's been looking after them ever
Is
since.
she protective with them?
Very.
We've done a Shiba Inu episode before, and the breeder did actually say to us a lot of the primitive Japanese dogs need to be brought up in the house because they're so close to being wild that if you let them be born in a kennel, that they can actually become sort of almost semi-feral.
Yeah.
So bringing them up in the house has obviously helped.
Yeah.
Now, since I've been here today, I've witnessed some fiery behaviour.
Yeah.
These dogs are full on squabbling, fighting, testing each other. You can see already that there's some strong personalities going on there. Do you think the prey drive is coming through quite heavily?
Yeah, since day one. They'll stalk each other, so if one's not paying attention, you'll see the other one creeping up behind them and they'll try and get them. They stalk Major and Luna, so mum and dad. They chase the rabbits, the toys, they chase the kids.
Yes.
What people would need to understand is that it's not a dog for everyone, because they are very independent. They've got those traits and they're built into them. It's their genetics. They've not been messed with. It's not been bred out. So anyone that's looking for an easy dog is probably not the right one for them.
Some people, when they have dogs, they want a dog that they can really cuddle and fuss and stick on their lap and
It's not one of these.
They're absolutely not lap dogs, are they? Now let's go through the adult as well. So when you go out for a walk with him, what's it like when you take him out into a public place?
Fine, to be honest with you. He's not that interested in people. She's not that interested in people.
If somebody lunges to try and stroke them, what do they do?
Hackles will be up. They'll be
Do they
on
give
guard.
them a little growl and say, back off, no thanks?
Yeah, even other dogs as well. If we've had dogs run up to us sort of out of the blue, and that's a big no-no. It's sort of no step, get back, calm down before you come over to me sort of thing. One thing I've said to anyone that's messaged us about these is that you can expect a lot of posturing, you can expect lunging, you can expect them to try and roll a dog if they're really getting out of hand. But they're not an aggressive dog. They're just very much
It's a
primitive, old
respect
school
system,
yeah.
isn't it? They're meant to hunt animals, wild boar, what other animals?
Deer especially.
And that's amazing, because they're not that big, are they? But I guess they used to do it in packs, didn't they?
Yeah, and what they would usually do is bay them into a position so that the hunter would then be able to go in and do what they need to do. And you do see it, they like to try and walk ahead of you and get a bearing. You can see them tracking constantly.
That's amazing. Do you ever lose him when you're taking him for a walk?
No, luckily.
He sticks close by.
Close enough, yeah. And because I do work him, I could tell him, like, find it, and he'll be in. And
Really?
something will usually pop out.
And he really enjoys doing that.
Oh, he loves it. But one of the biggest things is that it's not something I've trained either of them to do. It's something they were naturally
just
doing, and
so
I've been able
instinctive.
to use them with it and do the same thing with them.
What are the puppies like? Are they particularly destructive, or are they actually pretty easy?
They're well, it's hard to tell because I've never had puppies before, to be honest with you. But they're not particularly destructive in a sense. They like to chew. Puppies do chew. It just is part of it.
How about the adults then?
Most people think because they're working, they'll be on the go constantly in the house. They're really not. Most of the time, we don't see them. They'll just be sitting on the stairs, sleeping. If someone walks by, they'll have a look. Our female loves to be with us. She's not a lap dog, but she's very close to it. Major, our male, he likes to know you're there, and he'll come in and check, and then he'll walk off.
Oh, that's funny. So he is truly aloof.
He really is.
The thing I've noticed about these puppies today is that they're all completely different.
Yeah.
When people come to pick a puppy, you have to work with the breeder to work out the personality of the pups. So you've got very young kids, right?
Yeah.
So what happens when your 2-year-old goes up to the adult dogs?
They'll give a grumble and then they'll just walk off. They're really good like that. They don't want to instigate, they don't want to fight, they just want to get out of the way of it and leave.
Look at these two. Look, this, I'm talking about this. Look at this. They are feisty.
They are.
I've got to say though, I think the Shikoku is one of the most beautiful Japanese dog breeds. They're so natural looking.
Yeah.
What would you say is the best thing about having a Shikoku and the worst thing about having a Shikoku?
So the best thing for me is the ability for them to think for themselves. Some people don't like that. They want a spaniel that's always going to listen to them. The worst thing about them is also that, because they can be super stubborn. Training's not easy. They're really intelligent. But they'll get to a point where they figure out, okay, while I'm on the lead, for instance, I know that you've got me. As soon as you let me go, I'm off. They figure it out very, very quickly at a young age.
Do you believe that these dogs could dominate you and rule your life?
Yeah, they're not aggressive, but they are very, very dominating. We've said it to people that are coming to get pups: if you're not going to put the effort in, we're not going to give you a pup. They need the stimulation, they need the order, and if they don't, they're going to cause chaos.
Some people might say, well, German Shepherd will do anything I ask them to do. Well, it's bred to be a responsive breed. It's bred as a sheepdog to respond. These dogs are as intelligent, if not more intelligent. The only thing is they've been bred to be self-serving, because when they're in Japan, often they have to go and hunt on their own. They have to do things on their own, completely independent from the farmer or the hunter. You've had a conversation, haven't you, about what has to be done for these guys to be recognised in the UK.
Yeah.
We need like several breeding pairs, don't we?
Several breeding pairs, a breeding club, and it's going to take years and years, is what the Kennel Club told me. And obviously we're not a breeder, so we're not willing to put loads of litters out there just for the sake of trying to get them recognised. So it is a shame.
In conclusion, I felt the Shikoku was deeply independent, but also incredibly loyal. If you trained one like Tom had trained Major, they can indeed be a companion. But I do feel that you must give them something to mirror the job they were bred to do. Like the Norwegian elk hound, these dogs want to hunt, and hunt they will do, whether you want them to or not. So if you can't control them, there is no point running them off leash where lots of prey animals frequent, as they will run off on the hunt. Tom works Major, so Major loves and respects him as he feels fulfilled as a dog. The male intact Shikoku is headstrong and dominant and must go to a household with strong rules and leadership, but equally fulfillment. A common trait shared by Japanese dog breeds in general, such as the Akita. Beautiful they are indeed, with their perfect fur that looks salon ready at all times. Remember though, they will molt a lot too. Don't expect a squishy Victorian lapdog. Expect a dog that loves the outdoors, running to catch something and sleeping close to you, but not smothering you.
So if anybody wants to find out more about your dogs, where should they find you?
So we're on Instagram under Doggy Escapades and also under Major Aesthetics Limited.
And then they can see pictures of your adults.
Pictures, videos. There's also some stuff of Major working on there as well, so if people are interested in that.
Yeah,
So
that would
there's
be
lots out there.
interesting, wouldn't it? You guys are fantastic. You're a real cutie. Yes, you are. And if you enjoyed this absolutely gorgeous episode, then please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel by clicking the button in the bottom hand corner, and tune in every week where I'll be bringing you more amazing episodes on dogs, wolves, animal rescue and conservation. It's bye from me, and it's bye from some very regally Shikokus. Bye.